Call to Arms Blackwater is one of the easiest missions to do by yourself, as long as you know what you're doing. Keys to winning this solo are as follows. Number 1, knowing what to bring. Number 2, knowing how to prepare the map. Number 3, knowing where all the enemies will be congregating per wave. And number 4, knowing where to defend at each stage. As far as weapons are concerned, make sure you bring along a repeater. It gives you the most rounds fired in between reloads. Also bring shotguns for close range defense. And for long range sniping, bring a sniper rifle. Tonto will be bringing his Carcano. Also, make sure you max out all your health gears and Mercotonics. And if you're going to use chewing tobacco, bring along some salted beef and some cooked meats to refill that Deadeye core. As far as ability cards are concerned, use Painted Black for your Deadeye. It's the best for headshots. You could also use Slow and Steady if you want to fight like a tank. A moment to recuperate is good when you keep taking damage and you're out of tonics. Focus fire is good for the tougher NPCs, especially those that are wearing armor. Quiet and Inspiration works just like a moment to recuperate, except you're not in a team. And Slippery Bastard is the most useless card here. Don't equip it. When it comes to yellow cards, Winning Streak is the best because your damage output increases with every shot on the same target. Gunslinger's Choice is good if you decide to dual wield with pistols and revolvers in place of your repeater. Sharpshooter is useful if you want to snipe with your scope a lot, but using your scope too much can also be dangerous, and I'll show you why later. The best green card to equip for this mission would be Strange Medicine, because for every shot you make on an opponent, you regain health. Iron Lung is another good card to bring because it helps you absorb more damage depending on your stamina level. The two cards I have equipped right now are Live for the Fight and Come Back Stronger, which aren't the best cards, but they help me save up on tonics. The best blue card to bring would be Fool Me Once. That'll keep you alive. You could also bring Never Without One, or you could use To Fight Another Day since you'll be running around a lot. I have Leslie's set up similar to Tonto's, except she's not bringing a Carcano rifle or a rolling block rifle. She is sporting the bolt action rifle with a medium scope on it. This gives the option of either sniping with your scope or using auto aim for long distance shots further than your repeater can, which allows you to keep your eye on the minimap so you know where the enemies are while you're fighting. During the preparation stage in any Call to Arms mission, you should first destroy all the explosives on the map. This is because the enemy NPCs are programmed to detonate these explosives as your character runs by them, thus blowing you up and ending the mission. During the fight, you will need every inch of the map to run around in. This includes attacking, flanking, and retreating from the enemy. So make sure the streets are all explosive free, including lamps and hanging lanterns. Now here's a second piece of advice when it comes to preparing. Leave the cops where they are. Do not put them in defensive places. And there are two reasons for this. The first reason is that they will all be surrounded and die out eventually between waves 5 and 7, so don't waste your time. The second reason is that if you put all the cops in defensive places around the town, there is a 2 out of 5 chance that the enemy NPCs will start spawning all around you instead of at the edges of the town. Between waves 1 to 5, the enemy is relatively weak, and they can be killed with just 1 to 2 shots. Most of them are carrying low damage revolvers, so this allows you to roam the map without much threat of getting badly damaged. Just remember to keep your eye on the minimap, because if they surround you, you can instantly die if they shoot you at the same time from multiple directions. Wave 1 started with 24 enemies. Wave 2 starts with 32. Wave 3 starts with 40. And Wave 4 starts with 45 enemies. At Wave 5, things become more difficult. You have to face 51 enemies, all of whom are tougher than the ones before. They also dish a lot more damage. They are also more aggressive and tend to swarm you, especially from behind. If you are level 50 and below, I strongly suggest you stay in this area by the courthouse. That way you can keep your distance from them and pick them off from hiding places around the area. This is the only level where some of the NPCs come by a boat. You'll also find the first sniper here. Get rid of him before he gets rid of you. No matter what wave you are, the enemy tend to congregate towards the main street, especially around the intersection where the store and saloon are at. If your character is below level 50 and you've reached wave 6, take this spot from behind the courthouse and defend from here. It's the safest spot on the map no matter what wave you're in. It might take longer to finish everybody from this spot, but at least you survive, which is the main goal of the mission. If you're not patient enough to fight from that spot, go west of the courthouse and kill all the snipers there. You won't be able to do much unless you kill them first. Whatever your decision, do fight from this general area by the courthouse. You will take minimum damage even if you have to fight all 54 enemies in wave 6. You can also find all those enemies that are trying to rush you, like these machete people. Oh, here's another word of advice. If you decide to rush a sniper, do drink a health tonic first. These guys can kill you with just one shot, especially if you're not at full health. Wave 7 opens up with 61 enemies coming after you. I can't stress enough that you must keep your eye on the minimap/radar. It's your best defense against NPCs that are trying to sneak up on you, like those with shotguns and ones with machetes. I must point out that machetes will kill you with just one stroke. So keep your eye on the minimap, no matter what wave, really. At this level, you'll be fighting armored NPCs carrying shotguns. Since they're too far away, they won't be able to hurt you, and for some reason they'll never go near you if you're at this spot. From here, you can pick them off with your repeaters or your rifles. If you've cleared the northwestern hill of snipers, you can take this alternative defensive spot by the docks. The only problem is, the NPCs become more aggressive when you take this position. They'll be coming from the road that heads west and from the riverside. They'll be sniping from everywhere, and their guns will be more powerful. If you need to recuperate, run towards the end of the dock, take a miracle tonic or a health cure, you should be fine. From here, pull out your sniper rifle and snipe away. It's faster to finish wave 7 from here, but I wouldn't stay in this spot for waves 8, 9, or 10. A machine gun carriage comes around and parks itself by the stairs, so you'll get trapped here by the docks. Talking about machine gun carriages, the first one appears in wave 7 and parks itself right by the stables. Best way to kill it is to snipe the gunner. And I have something to point out. If you're at the last NPC to kill on a wave, you're given probably 7 to 8 minutes to kill him. If you don't, a new wave will spawn. Don't worry, you only have to kill one. At wave 8, you have 68 NPCs to kill. Make sure you first get rid of the snipers in the northwestern hills. There'll be 2 to 3 of them. Anticipate that machine gun carriage by the docks. Go to the front of the carriage and throw dynamite. The gunner doesn't have a shot at you. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And remember when I mentioned how scoping too much can be really dangerous? Yeah, you keep your eyes off the radar/minimap, and this can happen. Thankfully, I noticed the voices were too close, and I reacted quickly. Otherwise, I would have been cut up right there. If you're ever tired of the left corner, you can go to the right corner too, like here. You'll get more shots, but you'll get hit more. Wave 9 starts with 74 attackers. The first one to go should be that sniper that goes behind the courthouse. At Wave 10, he appears again. Sometimes he comes solo, and other times he brings a friend. At any rate, get rid of both of them. Otherwise, you won't have a safe space to hide in. If you've killed all 80 enemies at Wave 10, congratulations, you finished the whole mission. Tonto killed 10 more than Leslie, and made more money because I played Tonto at a time when Call to Arms gave out a double bonus on XP and money. A word of advice when it comes to looking for machine gun carriages on the map. Be sure to use a scope or binoculars to check each road that goes north-south. And if you're going to peek around corners, use the camera. Don't run up to the corner. Be very careful about it. Well, that's about it. Hope you learned something. Catch you next time. Peace.